Hi, bit of a different one today, but I'll do the disclaimers. These are my thoughts and opinions. I speak for nobody else, and also I swear. Now, and by the way, my hair is damp, not greasy. I've had a bath, hence why I'm wearing my pitches. So recently I've been going through some stuff. By the way, new specs. What do you think to my new specs? Yay or nay? Let me know. So I've been going through some stuff lately, and I've got, basically I was in a relationship that ended amicably until last night when it came that we can't really be friends either because I can't abide lying. I just can't abide lying. It's my one thing, and I always go into everything, friendships and relationships, and say at the beginning, my watchwords are communication and honesty. Tell me the truth and lots of it, because that's how I'll behave. If you let me know what the truth is, I can basically deal with that. And I've been making decisions based on bullshit for months, right? Not really a fan. Not really a fan. It ain't how I behave. I don't expect it from other people. If I give that to you, I expect the same back. Respect, right? Anyways, last night I was talking. I had two conversations. The first was with a Facebook friend of mine, where I coined, and I'm sure somebody else has done it before, but I came out with in conversation, face it, embrace it, and replace it, right? Because it's like, people, when if the first thing that he did to me, everybody's like, block him. And I'm like, no, I need closure. As it is, we got back together and he did it again and worse. And I'm like, right, no, I'm done. And everybody's like, just block him, just, you know what I mean? Because that's the culture that we live in at the minute, is just block, delete, get rid, which doesn't help. Do you know what I mean? I would still be sitting here, as it happens, I was spending 4 to 6 hours a day video chatting with the dude. I managed to tell him exactly what I did, what was going on. We managed to, I thought, the decisions oh dear. Right. But I was like, right, I'm going to face this head on. Because if you've got a problem in front of you, right, and especially like some kind of heartbreak or stuff like that, if you avoid it, it's not going to go, right? You have to face it head on. The best way to the other side is straight through the middle. Rip it all to bits. Go inside. See what you did in that whole fucking thing. This is what I do. Anyway, I ain't saying that anybody else should do it, but this is how I do it if you're interested in how I do it. It's like, literally, so I go in and I feel all of the pain. I feel more pain than I should do, really, because I do delve straight into it. But while I'm in there and I'm picking around and I'm organising all the little the chaos around me into, right, okay, well, this here, do you know what I mean? This here was a red flag. There's a massive wall now. And it's like, but the wall of good things, is also good. But I'm picking apart and picking all the bits up and going, right, was this a good thing or was this a bad thing, and stacking them accordingly, nice and neat and tidy, so I can move through, and then all of those boxes will just be in my head, all filed neatly away, and I don't need to spend my time worrying about it anymore, because I've dealt with that fucker. Do you know what I mean? It'll probably, I don't know if he'll, like, in about 3 weeks go, fuck, where is she? What, who the fuck knows? He might not have, I don't know, right? All I know is from my angle, I'm going through it all. I'm going through what I've done, what he did, everything that I'm dealing with at the minute, facing it head on, going through the middle, like a little boat cutting through. Well, actually, that broke a dream. I I dreamt that the other night. A boat just fucking cutting through. I think it cut through another boat, to be fair. Big fuck off fucking boat just... so yeah, that could have been a thing. They're all telling me that this was going to happen. But then I was speaking to him last night just before shit kicked off, and it's like, oh, you lied about that. You are taking the piss out of me. And he's just like, okay, well, we can't be friends then. Let's just block each other. I'm like, I don't block people. All right, then we'll just never speak again. It's like, fine, mate, fine. If I don't have to hear your lies, that's fine. But for this last fortnight that we've been split up, we've been amicable. Do you know what I mean? I've been helping him through it because I pulled myself away and said, no more. And he thought, maybe, and it's like, nah. Right? So I've been, like kind to him about it. Anyways, last night we were talking and I came up with a good analogy. I think, let me know whether you think. I said it's like wallpapering over a fly. If you don't get rid of the shit that's in front of you, it's like if you're putting wallpaper up and there's a fly on the wall and you just put the wallpaper up over it, you're like, oh fuck it, I put the wallpaper up, it ain't there. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But you are always going to know that there's a fly under that fucking wallpaper. So every time anybody comes into your house, you're going to be like, can they tell? And obviously nobody will because it's tiny and only you know that it's there. So like literally you will forever, because you didn't remove it at source, because you didn't deal with it, that's always going to be there. You're always going to be that flies under the wallpaper, and it's just a tiny thing. But to you, it's everything, and you will never, ever be able to look at that fucking wall and think there's not, and think, oh yeah, lovely wallpaper. You'll always be thinking of that fly. What you need to do is you need to look at it and go, there's a fly on this fucking wallpaper. Maybe if the fly stuck to the wallpaper, not on the wall, but even if it's on the wall, you need to look at that dead, ugly thing and scrape it away. There's nothing else you can do. You have to get rid of that. Right? Sorry. It's gone dark. Whee! Computer went. Oh, but yeah, if you don't look at it and go, that I want that gone, and do the dirty thing, scrape it the fuck away, even though it's disgusting, even though it's something that you don't want to touch, you don't want to deal with, you have to get rid of that so that then you can put the wallpaper up and forget about it. But if you don't, if you think, so it's that's an ugly thing, fuck it, I'll just put the wallpaper up, you will always be thinking that that's there. That's why I face it and embrace it. And then you'll be able to replace it with something happy, with something positive, something that fits that space that you cleared comfortably and makes it all okay again. Sorry, like interchanging the two analogies there, the two things. But yeah, so basically that's what I'm doing at the minute. I am going through dark times. And I feel really pretty shit about myself because I'm like, well, like I give this to other people. Why can't I get that back? But I give this to people, so I will get that back eventually. I just need to, when I see something that's standing in between me and my happiness, something that's actively blocking, I need to face it and go, right, okay, this is this. Let's have this sorted in there so I can move on with peace, so that I can replace that chaos with peace. I've spent 12 years on my own, achieving an almost Zen-like level of calm. And then 2023 has been mental. Literally, I have been visited by the three not wise men. I'm not going to say not wise. I'm just going to say not wise men. These people wanted me for their benefit. And it's like, I'm sorry, but I know my worth. And the reason I know my worth is because I do this fucking work all the time. So 2024, if anybody's going to come into my life, it'll be the same thing. I will get rid as soon as I realise it's wrong. And so, like, people on Facebook will have gone, like, she's had 3 relationships this year. It's like the longest was 2 months. I had 2 relationships. One of them I didn't meet. 2 relationships that lasted 2 months. One that lasted 6 days. When I get to that point, wherever that point is, where I realise, hold on a minute, this isn't a 2-way thing. Do you know what I mean? I remove myself from that equation because I know my worth. So what I'm saying is, it's up to you if you want to take my advice, but my advice is, if you're facing something nasty, scrape it off the fucking wallpaper, mate. Start with a clean slate. Just, wipe it out. Go in there, arrange your boxes. Make good, bad, bad, good, like, piles, and go like, right, okay, compartmentalise it in your head. Go like, right, this happened to me. And yes, this was what I did. The gullible twat. Woo. But, ultimately, I'm going into the new year. None of these geezers can touch me because I've dealt with it. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm not taking that forward, so that if I do meet somebody in the new year, and I am ready to meet somebody now, it's going to take a while, because what are the chances of there being a man out there that's anything like me? Because, you know what I mean, there are people that are like me in certain ways, but all of the things that make me together, that put me together, are really quite weird and odd. Like, I have eclectic music taste, but which is a good thing, because I kind of fit in with anybody, you know what I mean. But obviously there's the tinfoil hat wearing Kerry Ann, and there's the spiritual Kerry Ann, and I'm going to work on the spiritual Kerry Ann in this coming year, I think. It's all well and good having say-sos on current events, which I will still do, I still just sort of do, but I need to go inside and work on myself, because this year I lost myself making other people happy. And I like to make other people happy, and I will continue to make other people happy, and go through life like that. It's what I do. And someday, somewhere, there will be somebody who appreciates me for that. So yeah, bit of a moan today, bit of a little moany moan, but I just wanted to say, face it, embrace it, and replace it, because I was so proud of that yesterday, and I'm like, right, I'm going to use that somewhere. So I thought, I'll do a video on it because of the fly on the wallpaper analogy. Like, make sure that just don't, somebody's ringing me. Oh, good God, no.